We've officially got 2 weeks left until we need to be leaving South Carolina in our van, living out of it full time, and the van is nowhere near being done. We don't have couches, a finished desk, any type of overhead cabinets. The walls have plywood and screws, and same with the ceiling. We don't have freshwater tanks. I could keep going, but basically there's physically no way that we're gonna finish this van build in 2 weeks like we had originally hoped we could. With all of that in mind, our #1 goal for this week is to not take anything too seriously, especially ourselves. We did not quit our jobs 3-4 years ago to stress out about this kind of thing. I definitely kind of fall into that pit sometimes, but it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's the fall weather. It's really easy to freak out about stuff like this, but I mean, we'll just do our best. And if we finish in time, great. If we don't, great. We'll just figure it out. Easier said than done. These are also probably the last 2 weeks that we spend at the house where I grew up. After we leave, this house is going to be sold and may never see it again. That's definitely on my mind, and so I'm just really trying to stay zen because I could definitely get worked up and freak out and everything, but it's just a lot going on, a lot of good things, but overall, very, very grateful that Jimmy and I are able to work together and build our dream van and hit the road in a couple weeks. So, yeah, really, really good. Moving into the van now. Cocky, do you want to sit up here? Oh, buddy. Don't tell Jimmy I let you use this blanket. Good boy. It seems a little bit crazy to start a whole new project with all of these unfinished projects going on in the van already, but we really, really want to try and have some couches ready by the time that we hit the road. So Jimmy has already gotten started on it a little bit. We're making 2 custom sofas, kind of technically more in the love seat category. They're about 4 or 5 feet wide, and we're gonna have one under here where I'm sitting right now. I'm sitting on the water tank. One right here over this water tank, and one mirroring it on the other side of the van on the other water tank. So it's gonna be this nice little hangout area back here with all the windows, water tanks stored underneath it. And our goal is to make these couches as comfortable as possible, because most DIY builds are kind of just a bench with a cushion on it. That's what we have done for our last 2 builds, but this is like our dream van forever build. We know ourselves, we love to be inside and be comfortable, so we're really gonna do as much as we can to make it capital C comfy. To achieve this maximum comfiness, we will be using very thick plush cushions, velvet fabric. We're putting a slight angle on the frame so that you're able to sink into the sofa whenever you sit down. And we're also gonna have big, fluffy, very impractical armrests. I think most of the time in van builds and in our first 2 builds, people will just kind of make a box and then put some foam on it, and then you're good to go. And I really definitely get why people do that. It gets you on the road faster. That's usually what people's goal is, but this is our dream van and we're pulling out all the stops. So yeah, it's gonna be much more technical, but I am starting to realize that there's not much that Jimmy can't do. So give you a first little peek at the frames that Jimmy's been building. Jimmy is putting in these little supports at the corners so that it's very sturdy. Another thing that's really gonna help the comfiness is that we need some kind of springiness to the base of it so that we're not just sitting on plywood underneath the foam. A lot of couches do this using springs, but another way that we are gonna try is using webbing. That'll save us a little bit of space, but still give us the springiness that we want whenever we're sitting down. Also, how have I not mentioned yet the wheel wells in the van? We can't just make a rectangle and stick it in place. We have to build this custom to fit around the tires that are gonna go underneath it. Also, relating to that, we want the couch to be as low to the ground as possible. So We're gonna be installing the water tanks the opposite way than we originally thought, so that you can sit down into the couch and you don't have to hop up onto it. I know that's gonna waste a lot of storage space, but I think that we're gonna be using the couches so much that it's more important that they're comfortable than that they can hide a lot of stuff in them. We'll see. I know that a lot of this stuff is kind of impractical and doesn't really fit the priorities of most people on the road, including us the last several years. We're really trying to do something unique and different and expressive here, and we're trying to do oh my goodness, Tiger, I'm pouring my heart out. Oh my goodness, okay, well. No. You wanna go out, buddy, okay. All right, sorry everyone. You don't even wanna go out. What was that for then? Hey, buddy. We're going for a Victorian Gothic aesthetic inside the van, and so that's kind of where the velvet comes in. It's gonna be a really big part of that. It's gonna be a big project to get these couches totally done. We're not gonna have them fully ready in their full Victorian Gothic glory by the end of this week, but we are gonna have something in place so that Jimmy and I can relax at the end of the day when we're on the road and we start traveling. That is gonna be really huge, even if they're not gonna look like the finished couches we're going for just yet.
What's the angle? I'm not playing that game. It's the same business with a different name.
We all know there's basically no such thing as level in van life, but we made this seat right here at a 5-degree incline relative to the base of the, basically this will be a 5-degree incline in this direction from the floor of the van. It's really subtle, and I feel like you can't even really tell by looking at it that there is an incline, but when you sit on it, it makes a huge difference. It really is like beckoning you to sit in and get cozy, and it kind of get eaten by like this soft plush velvet couch. And it's gonna be really, really comfortable. It made the math a lot more tricky and complicated when we were doing all the calculations for the cuts and everything that Jimmy did. But I really, really think it's worth the trouble. Whoever says that you never use math after you graduate, I disagree with. We have been using math and trigonometry and geometry pretty much every day of the van build. So stay in school.
If I quit fighting, tell me what would happen then.
And while we're out here, there's actually quite a lot going on in here that I can fill you in on. Yesterday, Jimmy also installed these 3 drawers. This is gonna hold most of our food storage when we get started on the road, and they're all push to open, so we don't have to worry about latching them or having them come off while we're driving, which I'm pretty excited about. Later, we're gonna put faces on these, so you won't see the drawers, which is kind of sad because they're so pretty. But that's all we need to get it functional so that we can store food in there and hit the road. Last month, I shared that we were partnering with Function Health to take a deeper look into our health. And since then, I have completed both rounds of blood work for my annual test. When I went in for the first time, my phlebotomist actually told me that she's seeing a lot of her patients coming in for Function Health. Unprompted, she told me that she thinks it's really great that her patients are doing this because normally doctors will wait until they see symptoms to call for these tests, whereas when you access them via Function, you can catch things early and be proactive about making positive changes to your health instead of just waiting for it to become a problem. My results are still coming in, but what I've seen so far has been pretty eye-opening. For instance, my vitamin D levels were lower than I expected, and I had a few cholesterol markers slightly out of range. Along with my results, Function Health also provides a custom action plan so that I can use these insights to make real changes and improve my health. That's what makes Function Health so different. You can test for over 100 biomarkers, from heart health and hormones to inflammation and stress, all tracked securely in one place. It gives you real insights to take action and understand your body at a deeper level. And right now, the first 1,000 of you who join using our link will get a $100 credit towards your membership. So visit functionhealth.com/Jimmy and Natalie or use our gift code JNN100 at sign up to start your own health journey. Also, a quick note on our elevator bed. We got quite a good bit of feedback after our last video, and I know that this situation is not ideal. Stepping onto our kitchen counter to climb into bed is not what anybody imagines doing, but I do want to reassure you that this is not our final design for the bed. It honestly has turned out to be a little bit more of a prototype version than we initially expected. Jimmy has got some really cool plans in the works that we're gonna get to later. We just needed to get it into a workable bed lift situation so that we can move in and start using it, and we will perfect it, and it'll be much different and more sleeker and streamlined and convenient and lower later on down the road once we have some time. So we'll keep you posted with that. I do appreciate you guys being so interested, and thanks for all the comments. While we are on the topic of our bed, we have been sleeping out here in the van every night, and last night it got down to 36 degrees outside, and we don't have any kind of heater yet. And it's looking increasingly likely that we will be hitting the road without any type of heater, which is not ideal. So we are taking steps to try and remedy that, at least so that we can be warm at night. We've been using our, we got a heated blanket, like an electric heated blanket. It pulls a decent amount of power, but it's super worth it to not be freezing cold all night. Not as good as a heater, but really helpful. And the other thing that I think is really gonna help is that we ordered a wool duvet insert. It's 100% wool, so it should be really good at regulating temperature and holding in some heat. So I'm very excited for that to come in because I think that that'll help us save power with this. We also decided to go ahead and get a new duvet cover. Actually, I'll go get it so I can show you. This is it. This is 100% linen. We've never used a linen duvet cover or any type of linen anything before, but it's supposed to be very good at moisture wicking. It's very heavy, surprisingly, and it's a little scratchy at first, but it'll get softer over time. I think the really nice upgrade that we're gonna get with linen is it should let us breathe, I guess. It'll not trap moisture so much, so I think it should let us stay warm without waking up super sweaty. We might end up washing it before we actually put the wool insert in here, but so far so good. I really like it. There's a lot of beige in here right now, and I think it's because of the plywood. The final look of the van is not going to be so beige. We're going to be covering up all of this plywood, so I think that this will look really nice once we do that. Jimmy is about to get started on the webbing part of the couch that is gonna replace the springs that you would see in a normal couch in a house. So this is the jute webbing that we bought, and it's gonna kind of lattice over the couch frame and make it a little bit bouncy, but still give it some good structural support. It's like a burlap texture. We just gotta figure out what kind of spacing we wanna do so that it's really sturdy, but also has some give to it so it's comfortable. And the tool that he's using to actually put it on is this crazy medieval looking thing. We've never done this before. We've done very little when it comes to upholstery and making soft furniture, so should be interesting.
Opening, closing, all in one day. Blue sky, then violent rain. Feeling the dirt ships, sensing the change. The dog has been
good.
Yeah,
It's like a good amount of flex, but I think it'll be fine. Like it'll be comfy.
I think so. That's cool.
It's for the pain, bad conditions break and everything. In this strange weather, it's time to be alive. Capital letters, but no wind in sight. Close together, just feels right. In this strange weather, strange weather.
That turned out pretty good.
What do you want to sit on it?
Yeah, sure.
No bouncing.
Okay. Ooh. Hey, that's nice.
Not too bad.
It's got some give to it.
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot better with 6 inches of foam.
Yeah, that's another crucial part. Turned out pretty good, huh? In our last two builds, we have always just had a 3/4 inch piece of plywood underneath our cushions, and this has way more give than that. This is gonna be a pretty comfy van.
Okay. This is just going above and beyond, but it's a dust cover that I want to staple on top of this because like the mattresses, not the mattress, but the seat cushions are going directly on this. So we don't want to see the water tank underneath, and if anything falls in between the cracks, we don't want those things to go like underneath the couch where we can never get them again. So that's what this is for. So you put this on top of the webbing so that, I don't know, you've got a layer, I guess. so that
dust
they can fall
cover.
through. A dust cover, if you will.
I feel like I've seen that on every couch I've ever seen.
Right, it's like such a specific texture. It's like that, like the back of the couch texture, you know?
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like stiff, but thin.
Who told you that it was too late? When was it that you started leaning that way? 4 tires cut into the clay. It dries up and now there's just one road to take. It's growing up over with green. So easy to drive on, but not what it seems. The poison is spilling upstream, and it's taking out every living thing.
Ready?
Ooh,
Dun da da dun.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, that looks really good.
Yeah.
I like how like sturdy and rigid they are.
Yeah. I went ahead and put like PVC backer to it. It's the same stuff that we use for our shower ceiling. Even though this is pretty thick, like we found that over time, like the stuff in the drawers slide around and bunch up the material. So I wanted to give it a hard back. So that's what this is. And I think it'll be pretty good because if I go like this, it's like, it's not moving. It's not bunching up at all. So yeah.
Yeah, that looks really nice. I hate covering up the pretty walnut.
I know, like it feels silly to spend so much time doing like a walnut, drawer 100% and then just cover up most of it. But
we gotta protect it. So
yeah, I would say think of the resale value, but like we're not selling it. So.
no way.
Yeah.
I've put too much of myself into it. We've been really getting into the spirit of having a Victorian Gothic van build. And last night we watched The Picture of Dorian Gray. Came out in 1945, but it's based on Oscar Wilde's novel that came out in like 1885, set in Victorian London, England. So it's classic Victorian literature, but we watched the movie.
It's great painting. You ought to send it to the Grove now. Let everyone admire it.
I shall not send it anywhere.
But why?
I've put too much of myself into it. I knew you'd laugh, but it's true all the same.
Like, this one I'm excited about because this is our can storage. So can you hand me that
Oh,
can?
yeah. Yes, I can.
Thanks. All right. I have not tested it yet. Like,
Whoa.
I hope it fits. Do you think it will?
I think it will.
It looks like it's going to be really close.
Well, that's...
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
not
that
bad.
fits easily. We're about to cut the cushions for our couch, and we're going for like a J-shaped cushion. or a half T. So basically whenever you see sofas where the seat cushions have that little wraparound that goes around the armrest, that's what we're gonna do. Yeah.
Are you ready?
I think so. Please don't count my fingers.
I'll try.
Nice.
Nice. That seems like really good.
Oh,
look at that.
yeah.
Look at that. Perfect cut.
We finally caved and got an electric carving knife to cut foam, and it's worth the hype. It's so much easier than trying to do it by hand. Eventually, we're gonna make these into J-shaped cushions or half T cushions. We really do not like to sew, and our plan is to order some cushion covers off of the internet. It's gonna take several weeks for those to be made and shipped, so we are not gonna have those in time for when we leave on the road. We're leaving the foam in the shape it is now, and we're just gonna fit it to the frame of the couch, and we will be getting the fabric and the cushion covers later. But we will have the foam so we can sit and relax. We'll just have to imagine that it's deep green velvet for a little while. Hey, that's pretty cool.
All right.
Ready? Oh,
Oh my gosh.
that's nice. Oh my gosh.
It's nice.
Obviously, there's still a good ways to go on these couches before they're totally done, but I am counting this as a big win for this week. The 5-degree incline goes so much farther than you would think it does. It's very subtle, but something about the couch just makes you not want to get up from it, and I think that that's part of it. The other part of it is the webbing actually works really well. It provides a little bit of spring, but it takes up even less room than a sheet of plywood would. So, yeah, definitely recommend. There's a lot more effort to design the frame of the couch, but it is really already paying off. Hey, buddy. Does the shot look okay to you? Hi, handsome. I keep incorrectly guessing what you're about to do. I should just zoom out.
I gotta keep you on your toes.
Yeah, you sure do. Okay, so I'll get the shot, but I don't want to get up.